Hello, hello. It is the last day to get your timesheet signed for payroll on Friday. The pay period ends on Sunday, so just wanted to do a quick recording to help make sure you know how to reconcile that everything is taken care of so that you can be compensated later this week. I'm going to first log in on the desktop and I'm going to walk through the screens that you as a caregiver need to be able to check on and feel confident that everything is taken care of. And then I'll come back and log in on my cell phone. So if you're using your mobile app instead of your desktop, you'll know how to navigate through these same steps on the mobile device. So first things first, I'm going to log in. Okay. So when you log in, remember you're going to have this navigation here on the left, and you want to click on the timesheets. This is our first way to check. Okay. So you go to the timesheet menu and it should show your name here. And for the current pay period that we're trying to clean up or check on, you're going to click on that pay period. So in this instance, it's January 26th through the 8th. Okay. When I click on this, you can see this says that my timesheet is unsigned. What I want to do is confirm that these total hours are correct for the previous dates of service. Now, for many of you, you have a lot of dates of service, a lot of back pay for January. So this number is going to reflect whatever notes or whatever time that you expect to be compensated for on your next check. Okay. So if this looks right, you can sign your timesheet. If this is not right, we're going to go backwards to see where we've got notes or events that are still outstanding. So first step is this total correct? Okay. If it isn't, we're going to go to the schedule. Okay. And from here, you've got these check boxes: show note not created, show note created, and not created right here. Okay. So if I say, show me the ones with notes created, I can see these events have a note. I can go backwards into the previous month and see these notes as well. If I click the show note not created, this is going to show me events, scheduled events, where I have not done a note. Now, I don't have any here in February, which is good, but I do have this one from last week that I need to complete. Okay. So you want to click on that event so that you can do that note. Now, this was one that required a time clock. You should have all of that time clock data, so you shouldn't be hitting this blocker. It should let you open your note without issue and complete that note the same way you would have completed your other notes. Okay. So once that's addressed, the other way to check is you want to go to the notes menu and you can just hit search. And from here, you can see all the notes that you've created. But what's really important is that you scroll over and look in this column to see if the note has been signed. If there's no timestamp under staff sign date, then this is one that you still need to sign. Okay. The other way to do this is here along this left navigation where you have all these filters. You can go caregiver signature, all unsigned notes. And when I click this and hit search, it'll show me just this one event from January 2nd that I need to complete. Okay, so you would click on this and it should load the note for you. Okay, you know how to do this. You probably have more goals here. You can choose the signature or draw the signature. Again, this is the client. This is the person that you support. So typically I should not be the one putting in the signature here. I'm going to save this. Oh, I got to put in my times. You're only going to put in times here if this was not an EVV service. So some of you may not have to enter in that start time. It should populate if you've already have the time clock data on the back end that we loaded for you. Okay, you can ignore this because we know we're putting in a bunch of old notes today. Now we get that confirmation. So let's come back to the timesheet one more time. And click on this once again. There we go. So now this has gone up to 675 because I just added 2 more hours. So once this is right, you can sign the timesheet. If it's helpful, again, the workflow is events are scheduled, notes are written and signed, and then it populates to the timesheet, which we sign. So you need to check on the timesheet information to make sure that the timesheet has been signed and the total is correct. If it isn't, you can go to the schedule and look for dates where you do not have a note. So for me, that's this one. And I would need to complete that note. And then additionally, you want to go to the notes menu and search for unsigned notes. And this is blank. So that means all the notes I've written have been signed, but I still have this one event I need to complete. And at that point, I can sign my timesheet. Okay, so on the mobile app, so I'm going to log into OnTarget. Or try to. Put in my password. Okay, so this is a little different. All right, the first thing you want to do on the mobile device to check is you can go to timesheets and click on that pay period. I can see that this has not yet been signed because this green block is telling me that I need to sign that timesheet. So if this total 6.75 looks correct, I could sign the timesheet. Before I do that, I want to go to the Action Center. So down in the bottom far left corner, this will show me if I have any notes that are outstanding, and I don't. Okay. You can go back in the schedule for non-EVV services to see if you have something that needs to be addressed. So this one, again, you would have all of your time clock data in here, and so you would see that under the Action Center as a note that you could write. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Again, timesheets here. You can go to the pending, look at the total hours. If that's correct, you want to sign the timesheet. If it's not correct, you want to go to the Action Center and see what you still need to complete. See if that'll load. There we go. Okay. You can also navigate to the timesheet here from the Action Center and sign it as well.